Is no agency. We want back.
Oh my god, he's back on. Is there another live stream? Is there another live stream after the Anachino event? Oh my god, he's back on. Well, yes, baby, he's back. He's back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first post Estuary Chino actual live stream. I know there was that great group review I co-streamed yesterday via StreamYard when I wasn't able to do any beautiful brandings at all because I have no co-host superpowers over there at the Just Chatting place. But welcome to the Virtually Not Alone experience brought to you by Grimgris today in this magical bubble that we create when we come together that looks like this. Oh, were my thoughts escaping? And today's special episode is not only brought to you by the Shadow Cabal, but I've become rather curious whether or not my affiliate link with Lambs, custom EMF beanie, and other protective wear is even still valid. And for those of you on the Broken Clock Tower Discord, somewhere in the merch section should be a link to the affiliate's purchase of this EMF beanie, which now you must understand that there's these guys called conspiracy theorists who get made fun of all the time, and they get made fun of as tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists, right? Well, let me tell you that those people should be informed of Lamb's EMF beanies, which protect you from EMF radiations and are the official recommended upgrade gear as far as the Virtually Not Alone experience is concerned. And there should be an affiliate link in the Discord, which the magic word in all caps to get you the discount is tinfoil. And I'm curious if it still works. So that's part of today's sponsor. And also, of course, as always, the Shadow Cabal, the people what buy me coffees and stuff. Thank you all for making this all possible. Today's special episode is not the Reaper Harvest. We got to catch up on that soon. This is the Fool's Gold Goose Chase, or Sincerebus. Sincerity is heavy in my mind. The searing of sin and Sincerebus, the three-headed dog guy. Welcome to the Virtually Not Alone experience. This is you talking in the hive mind. Dust to dust over there saying, yo, Isaac, and choosing survival and up choosing heart already, ready for the dice rolling, the savings throws that are forthcoming. Only momentarily. This is like what's making the Spoon Man. Isaac is amazing, folks. He doesn't He just looks like a scenery, but really, the guy, he's pretty awesome. No, Chade, it's Woden's Day. Woden's Day. Here's some branding, and then we'll be back with the savings throws before we continue our special adventure of the Fool's Gold Goose Chase here on the Grimgriz Show. On the Grimgriz Show.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room?
I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
All right, is Trey here? He's on the list to have a question for me. Trey, if you're here, please come up and ask your question. That'd be. Oh, hello. He is here. He is here. Look at that. Woo! Oh, we're blessed now. It's time for the savings throws. Magic's in the house. Remember, Embody, you get bonuses +2 for chatting in the Hive Mind chat over on YouTube. Apparently, this might even be on Twitch Live or the Ball X over on X on the X Network. Brought to you by the Balls Champion. Anyway, you get +2 if you're chatting over there live in the Hive Mind. +4 if you chat on a previous, like you put a comment on a previous live stream. And there's other bonuses. Give yourselves a hug. But you get to choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis of your savings throw against all the mind control and persuasion coming at you from me and the branding and the commercials and all of it. You get to save against it. You get to take half damage if the die comes up over 10 with your bonuses. So choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis. And here we go. Here we go now. Choose. All right. That is it. For the survivalists, your roll today is a 4, which means you need a +6 bonus to get you over 10. Otherwise, you'll be taking full damage from the mind control. But remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Finally, socialists coming in strong after yesterday's Nat 1 with a prime 17 today. Lovers of wisdom, a pair of 7s, breaking you at 14. And heart, folks, you're going to have to join hands. You got a deuce today. Indigo kids also with the prime 17. Congratulations on date. Oh, hey, look, there's Johnny Mootube. He's cooler than you'd think. What? But this one. Remember, Embody.
There is no agency. We want
what's best. And now also today we have the other ASMR I've added to the show as of late. That being... And the card for today's episode is the 9 of Hearts. The A, if you add that to your heart savings throw choice, you might just be okay. Should we feed the ducks? Well, I don't know. I don't know if we should feed you. Oh, because you love the mind control so much, Chad? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So today's episode, yes, let's feed the ducks. No, night driving. Yes, look at this. This show could very well turn into just me playing all the slides from my driving back that were recorded. I learned several important things about road recording, such as, boy, howdy, does your device like to overheat right before you see the cool thing. Right before you see the cool thing. my hidden coolness. Oh, it's just gonna loop. Here's my next slide, and then yeah. To be completely honest with you, most of these contain also the music I was jamming out to while I was driving. So these are kind of rare, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to take them all to the loom and clip together something coherent and then do a single soundtrack that unifies them as something to present to probably the Shadow Cabal that have signed up for memberships over there on that Buy Me a Coffee place. You can find the link in the chat. And the I've seriously also considered though that like Road Prawn as a separate channel because I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth a separate channel? That's the poll I'm not bothering to create right now. Is a Road Prawn worth its own YouTube channel? Let us know in your Hive Mind chat and other. Oh, yeah, I know.
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. We saw it on the television.
Okay, what are we doing? Yes, very pretty rocks. It's I don't know. I like the. I have one I recorded at a time. Oh, Perry's here. Hey, Perry, how's it going? Perry's also man. So many of you shine like diamonds. Shine like diamonds. Hollow indeed. Okay, so now the reason that we've called this episode the Fool's Gold Goose Chase is because, in case you weren't aware, I recently attended something called the Estuary Kino Conference, where the topic of the conference was the quest for a spiritual home, and that the whole notion of the quest for a spiritual home to me as I delivered in the Anachino 23 campfire speech was an essentially a fool's gold goose chase, and that's me being on the sincere bus. um and I want to try to recapitulate the essence of the campfire Anachino speech for the exclusively virtually not alone and YouTube's audience, that those who feel they are part of the but yet somehow did not get to see any or hear that the fella the guy, the Grim Grizz guy, he gave a speech at the campfire of Anachino addressing the quest for a spiritual home, and so I wanted to do such a recapitulation here today, but well, don't worry, Perry, because watching the replays is worth +3, and if you comment on them, it's like +5. So that's the best way to earn your bonuses to mind control is by viewing the replays of the live stream. So feel free to come back and catch anything you missed when you are called back to your slavish labors in the world today.
Well, howdy, Rascal.
That's right. He could use the funds he generates from a job to buy a Rascal shirt. Although we still have to update the transparency, so maybe maybe hold off a second.
I'm gonna have a look at you.
Recommend the Beholder tank without reservation. We haven't had any problems with those graphics as of yet. So while I'm looking forward to recapitulating the campfire speech from Anachino 23 for you today. I had a discussion with someone from that I met at Anachino, and as such, there was something in the past of this channel that was considered valuable once I gave it to them, and so I should have included that in the speech I gave at Anachino. Or for those of you who are not familiar, I'm going to run it now to give myself time to prepare to recapitulate the speech. And I hope you enjoyed this blast from the past from 6 months ago. Alignment, attitude, and orientation. And I hope you find it as useful as the other fella did today. Here, we'll start about here. That was their savings throws from that day. You can use those if you didn't like the ones you got today. Survivalists with the 6. This is intense stuff. Socialists, 12. Wisdom, 14. Heart, 10. All right. So, alignment, attitude, and orientation. We have I'm relaxing into it now. We have of how to really describe order and chaos. It's like you have a deck of cards. If they're on the floor, it's chaos, and if they're in the deck, it's order. But you can lean toward one or the other. This in Dungeons and Dragons, order is law, and it is like because it contrasts to this new axis we're bringing in. Let's make it straight. Good and evil. That's too low. Evil. Come up here. Now, I was just thinking real hard about it, and good and evil work out to essentially efficiency, which isn't pretty, but it's like an attunement of your selfishness. Like if you're striving for a good that is too pointed inward toward yourself and not enough outward, it's an inefficient use of resources and therefore evil. Like taking pleasure at the expense of others is an overall detriment, so it's evil. And if you use law to do it, then you're lawful evil. Even though you're very ordered, you're also very evil. And if you do chaos to do good, you're chaotic good. See, that's as far as D&D ever got me, and that's the alignment portion of this presentation. But now let's mix things all up. Save it. Just save it. So that we have that access, but it's this, okay? And then we add this vertical dimension here, which is what we're going to be calling attitude. And it's really hard to get to attitude from here, but hold on tight. We'll get there. Attitude is we'll add sacred and profane. And profane down here. Oh, Fanny. Profane is over here, and then sacred is over there. So this one is like All right, so I get the scene where like the where some brute is taking over a place, and at the level he's operating at the profane level, he's a man and she's a lady and there's things, and like at the sacred level where like I guess it's we interrupt this presentation for a word from Buddy the Cat. Buddy, did you have anything you wanted to say? Look at this face. He's no, yeah, nothing. There's people, Buddy. There's the crowd. Do you have anything to say? Sorry. All right, sorry. Back to the presentation. It's the imaginal glue that holds our reality together. Um, she's the queen of a nation, and it's a really big deal. It's that who she is matters, whereas at the profane level, it matters nothing. And like at the level you operate on this, your altitude on the sacred and profane axis as you approach the world is what makes it attitude. That's what makes it an attitude. Okay, and then let's quick let's knock this out. Orientation is is when you have okay, so this is you and you're facing the world, and then here's your orientation. Whether you're pointing this cone towards like the destruction of this realm and or your escape from it, or the making healthy and wholesome and tending and caring for the realm you exist in is your orientation. There's a little lens I use sometimes. It's I don't know, just a way of looking at things, and for me, it's a carrot like Vervaeke's. One of my favorite Vervaeke's is the content of your character determines the level of consciousness you have access to, and is character, and how do I judge its content or understand its content? And the lens just presented to you, I think, is very much descriptive. We all love it. All right, and now the recapitulation of the speech. Hello, the Hama and Mr. Walker and Slack. Always good to see you, Slack. I have never even advanced to this 9-axis one you're speaking of. We might have to go over that or something. Uh, uh, what? Oh yeah, we can take magic to Jerusalem, right, guys? We can start a special. We have that give and go protocol now. That works out fabulously. Would you like to send like magic to Jerusalem? Wouldn't that be fascinating? Okay. We got to recapitulate the speech, guys. Recapitulation of the speech. Hmm. All right. I am not at all ready for this. Here, run some branding then, pal. Why? Why would you do that? You don't even have enough to run anymore. All right, I have officially deleted that one from the list because I do, in fact, have a version of that does not blow out your eardrums. Oh, we can cover that instead of doing the speech, Grim. Really? Should we? Yes, of course we should. Of course we should. All right, where'd you do that? I think you did it in the Broken Clock Tower, yes? Yes, you did. There it is. You can bring it up just by clicking over there, throwing it over there, and sharing this tab instead. There became a question of, is that as good as it do? Our good friend Paul Rene Nichols, who we've met at the thing. Bing. Show it. Inquired what my gift to Jonathan Pashot was. And I would like to explain to you today that it is Alan Moore's work Promethea, as shown in this. Can you zoom? Not really. Zooming is stupid in this. So I don't know why. Anyway, so this series, a 5-book set that contained all 32 episodes of the issues of the comic from the Alan Moore, I gave to Jonathan Pageau, and one might inquire why I would give such a gift to Jonathan Pageau, and for thanking to release myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I presented Jonathan Pageau with the gift I gave him at Estuary Chino of 2023 to release myself from having to hold on to the following 45 seconds of reality any longer. I can now release it into the ether, and so for the final time, the Nemesis clip.
Comics is something that I've been kind of diving into.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
we're working on a comic
awesome.
now. I mean, I'm not the artist. It's someone else. But I wrote it with my brother, and so yeah, I'm excited to see. I think the potential of comics is really great for someone who's interested in symbolism, and it's been taken by the dark side, I would say. You've got people like Alan Moore, who's just has such an amazing grasp on laying out of symbolic structures within a page, and so it's like I just see him as my nemesis or something. Like we need to take that back.
That's what you're shooting for. Nice.
Got to shoot high because he's really good. He's really good at doing that.
Totally, yeah.
And so now having been given Alan Moore's comical masterwork about I don't know, the Kabbalah and the tarot and what he did with Crowley and all of that, we can expect, I'm sure, videos from our good friend Jonathan Pageau addressing his nemesis's masterwork and the symbology there within. And I can personally delete this video from the branding episodes and leave it in the hands of the Virtually Not Alone network to ensure that those videos come into being. Bing! And now, since he's going to be so pressured by my army, my army of trolls I surely have acquired through this channel. Quarter tank of gas was about what? Oh, to the channeling of the road prawn, right. Oh, okay, but wait. Yes, here. So since you will clearly be applying pressure, there's the right thing to do is to give him some airtime with showing a piece of his latest drop, AI Moloch and the Genie's Lamp. And let's see, we have Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A Desire to Die, Working to Its Own Birth, The Genie's Lamp, and Identification as topics we can choose from thanks to masterful timestamping by somebody. What, you put it in the description? Okay, so that's apparently a functional protocol. Let's do this Desire to Die, like watching his video. Nope.
Most of you will probably have seen the interview that Elon Musk did with Tucker Carlson, where he straight up said that the head of Google, knew that he was wanting to create a god, and when Elon Musk objected too much, the head of Google said that he was speciesist. And it's very interesting to see that. It's so fascinating to notice that where the move, we're seeing it almost clearly, right? Where it is that the desire to grab power leads to. And so if you try to grab power for yourself, like in a revolutionary manner, right? The Promethean idea that you just grab power for yourself, Adam and Eve taking the apple for themselves, it seems like what it ultimately leads to is a desire to be overturned, a desire to die, a desire to be overrun by something that will do the same to you. I've often felt like, in some of the myths, it's manifested as trying to stop it, right? So if you see in the myth of Zeus, he tries to stop his father from eating him. He tries to stop. I think no, it's not Zeus. Sorry, it's Kronos. He kills his father, so then he eats his children, and to stop them from revolution, from coming up against him. And in some way, Zeus does the same. You see, he does the same with Prometheus, right? Prometheus tries to take the fire. He ties him to a wall and has a eagle eat his liver every day. But it seems like there's an even more perverse part, which is almost a desire to be upended, a desire to die. It's like a death desire. I don't know how else to describe.
Promethean, you say? Isn't as if Grimgris just gave you a Promethea book, but it's just the inverted feminine, right? What? And hey, let's check in and see if this live streaming. Oh yeah, see, this was what we were just referencing, and now let's see if we're functionally live streaming over there on the Baal network or not. It looks like yes. Look, I can heart it. None of you have. But we do appear to be live over there, so that's fascinating. And now, a dip into part of the presentation from Pastor Paul. Pastor Paul, share this tab instead. From oh yes, Fire Eagles. Let's go to Fire Eagles instead of kissing Neutrino for some reason. So, but from the Estuary Chino Conference, one of the main confirmations that when we were questing for a spiritual home, we were on a fool's gold goose chase, and that came from the first presentation given at the conference, right about this part, apparently.
To participate in the unseen beneath the decaying instances as we move from childhood through adulthood to death in this world. So the order of work I'm going to do here, some common quests using popular poets, seeing the Bible through this lens. I think one of the real issues we're going to deal with in the next 50 years will be how modernity both achieved relief and as they were walking along.
All right. If I ever do a responsible edit of this, it will cut that part out entirely because this is the part I meant.
Like his father. And he embraces a homelessness in the age of decay. As they were walking along the road, a man said to them, "I will follow you wherever you go." That's like, "Pastor, if I lived in Sacramento, I'd go to your church." You probably wouldn't. Jesus replies, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man," that heroic emperor from Daniel 7, has no place to lay his head.
Then by what right do you foolish mortals assemble in Chino, California in search of a place to rest your spiritual heads? Are you not looking merely for a place to keep yourself warm among the corpses of institutionalized vestiges of worship, rather than being living fountains, doing that? Like, God loves a prodigal. That's why you're here. You don't feel a connection to him because you are so far away for a reason. And then maybe I'm casting my pearls before the swines here, just waiting for a phone call. But in the meantime, let me remind you that you're here for a reason. I don't know what it is. That's between you and the big guy, but it's not to find a place to feel comfortable. It doesn't make sense. Don't no. You're. It was better at the campfire. But I said also watch Chad and Grail Country. Watch Friday Morning Nameless, and also Grail Country. So here's Chad's commercial. Even though he's a writer now.
Hey there, I'm Chad the Alcoholic, and the creator of the Friday Morning Nameless channel. I'd like to welcome you to join us for the latest and greatest and most up-to-date information about all the things happening in this corner of the internet. I want to thank you for your time and your attention.
Right. Whoa. Right? Magic? So, I mean, you gotta have a what you call it, a theme for your conference or whatever. But boy, howdy, did you guys miss the mark with this one, I think. But hey, we got to all be prodigal together. And most importantly, I think my chief takeaway from being actually not alone with people is the things that you can say when you don't have a phone around. And so I guess that's all I really have for this Fool's Gold Goose Chase live stream. It was reminiscent of this. In a cave, screaming shadow, in a theater, yelling film, on an X tweeting psyop, in a stall, casting pearls. True friends tell you, go to your dads. Go to your dads. And that, I think.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
Yes, I think that, yes, in conclusion, I think spiritually that is the only questing for an Om we really need to do. And that while we're here to be, I don't know, love and everything good about being everything sacred. You guys know. So there's a live stream for today. I hope you felt virtually not alone during it. And special thanks to the chat. Oh, what's this? I don't know what those things are. They seem creepy to me. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal for making this all possible. And please let me know what you think in the comments, because it makes me feel loved. There's a Goose hoodie? Yeah, they can get it in the description of the YouTube thing.